Hey guys, this is Mameric again, obviously. This is the Days Gone Snow E3 2017 trailer. This is the alternate snow trailer compared to the normal E3 2017. It's basically just an alternate version of it, of how to play it. It's quite interesting. There was no pure trailer like gameplay for it for me to download, so I had to kind of cut it together, and you'll see, and that's why my PS4 HUD is showing right now. This is just basically stock footage that, just a silent stock footage that I could use to intro it. So here's the snow gameplay trailer. Then afterwards, there'll be my commentary dubbed over the exact same trailer. So, alright guys, here you go.
So when it's snowing, it's going to kind of blind everybody at a distance. When it's raining, it's going to dampen the sound. So when the player learns these, he's going to be able to use that kind of context as one of he's going to play that as part of his strategy for how he approaches any encounter.
Gotcha.
But definitely sound, right? Because like you saw in the Media Showcase demo, Deacon, put down this bear trap and then kind of snuck off.
Right.
And in our alternate path demo, he doesn't do that. So he actually kind of goes around and watches what happens when this Marauder goes into the bear trap, and you hear this gunshot on the Media Showcase demo. If you look at our alternate path footage, you'll see that one of the Marauders actually shoots the other Marauder in the head because he's making too much noise.
Oh, wow.
Right? So yeah, so it's a pretty harsh world, but that sound traveled, and sound is something that can be really, really dangerous.
Gotcha. That's very interesting. That's very interesting. Yeah, I did notice once the bear trap was down and the guy stepped in it, you saw the freakers running.
Yeah.
It's like they heard it screaming. He heard them screaming.
This is looking good. I didn't see all of this footage. I was kind of a little distracted last night during the showcase. But one of the things I really like about this game is it's, we see a lot of open world games out there. It's certainly like a popular genre, but
Right.
this one, the feel of it is different. It feels more improvisational. I think is the word I'm going for.
Absolutely, our crafting system. I mean, it's really inspired by kind of the do-it-yourself mentality, where we all feel thrilled when we make a repair to our car or our house with duct tape and a couple of loose screws, and we feel really good about it. That's Deacon. He's making use of everything he can find in the environment, and they have to scavenge and search for things and employ them in really clever ways.
And he has to do it.
He has to do it to survive.
So like you see right here,
these.
this is the same clothesline that Deacon ran into.
And when the players are careful and cautious and assume the world's dangerous, they can turn the tables on the bad guys using the same tools that they're using against the player against them.
Yeah, so like what you're seeing now is part of the alternate path. Changed up the time of day, changed up the weather.
Okay,
now,
I was going to say, I didn't remember this from the show.
Exactly,
Yeah.
because it's colder now, more freakers are coming out, so freakers are stronger when it's cold out. So you
interesting.
really got to be careful when it's snowing. Also, the bike handles differently. It's like if you'd seen the earlier part when Deacon's trying to ride his bike through the snow, it's very, very different.
Oh, this is really cool. I didn't realize. Interesting. So here's your meat wall, right? The meat wall there.
Yeah.
That seems like a pretty smart move, if I'm honest.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, look at this, a beautiful looking game too. And I know you guys are digging into the PS4 Pro as well as you make this title. This is one that's been shown off a number of times.
Right.
I know you have HDR. Tell me a little bit about like working with PS4 Pro as you develop the game.
Well, the biggest thing is just the resolution. So dynamic 4K, and if you get a chance to see this thing on a 4K monitor and HDR.
Oh yeah.
And HDR is honestly to me the most impressive thing because it really sort of simulates what the human eye can see. The gamut of colors is just amazing. So watching it in 4K HDR is something you have to do.
It's beautiful enough without 4K, and then
right?
you add that to the mix, and it's mind blowing.
Yeah.
Right. One thing that stands out to me about Days Gone, amongst the other undead games out there, is that you can get so many zombies on the screen in this thing, or freakers on the screen at once. So can you tell us a little bit about how you guys went about making that happen and just getting so many freakers on the screen at one time? Was that a technical feat for you guys?
Oh, absolutely. So we have a really, really talented team. Some of our engineers and artists and designers and audio and everything, but I think we have we have this one engineer that's literally I've been at Sony Ben for 20 years. Chris has been there like 26 years.
Wow.
Right.
And this other engineer has been there like 23 years or something. And he does all of our physics. And he really, really, really worked hard to make sure that we could have as many freakers on the screen as we can. And last year's demo was no joke.
Right.
We had 300 active on screen at once.
Wow.
And the overall horde for the sawmill, we were managing something like, how many did you say it was?
Killed 1,000.
It was 1,000 freakers.
Yeah.
Whoa.
And then 300 more showed up at the end too. So.
It's pretty impressive. So we're even impressed by it. And then one of them chased him. And the thing about runners is, they can outrun your bike. And
Yes.
if they catch up to you, they will knock you from your bike. So it's another example of dynamic events that happen in the world that make the world dangerous all the time.
Wow.
Such a cool game you guys are making. It's really inspired. I think it's got a lot of cool mechanics to it. You know, it's just kind of a fresh take on the open world genre. So, what would you say you're most proud of as you work on the title?
Yeah.
Myself, I'm most proud of the way that our humans are evil. The way
Yeah.
that they lie in wait and they want to ambush a player, and they themselves are doing anything it takes for them to survive. It's just because we're kind of breaking what I call the design rules, the conventional design rules, and that you don't do that to players. You don't knock them off their bike. You let them, they've earned that. And it's visceral and it's exciting and thrilling to survive those types of encounters.
Yeah, it really is. I think, for me, it's just the way the game looks. So, and when you get a chance to play it the way it plays. So, like I said, we have these super talented engineers and artists and designers, and the game just looks amazing. Our goal was to create a AAA console quality open world experience, because that's not something we had really seen. And I think the guys are really pulling it off. I mean, I think the characters look amazing. I think the environments look amazing, all times of day, and it's just fun to look at.
Right. I'm just super excited to find out how the world of Days Gone got to where it is. The origin story and how it led to these freakers pretty much taking over. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good stuff. Guys, Days Gone coming out on PS4. Do you guys have a release time frame yet?
We don't. So
Okay.
we're just working really hard to
Deep
try to
in
make
development,
the best
yeah.
game. We're really happy that Sony's given us the time and resources to just
Nice.
make like a AAA
Yep.
open world action game, and I think it's going to be awesome.
I agree with you. I think it looks fantastic. So thanks for coming by, showing off the latest. That alternate playthrough was very interesting. I didn't realize it could go in so many different directions. But coming up next on PlayStation Live from E3, we've got a lot more. We got game demos, interviews, all kinds of good stuff. So stay with us.
So when it's snowing,
Hey guys, this is Mameric. As we can see, this is the Days Gone E3 gameplay trailer. The thing that's interesting with this one, in comparison to the others we've seen, sorry this has been late, like I didn't realize they'd done this, but as you can see, the weather's different. This is the snow trailer gameplay that they also launched. Look, he anticipates the trap, and rather than the wolf situation, you just saw him go past some deer, and I thought it was fascinating just how look, he can see because that's where he gets clotheslined, and it's basically like an alternate version of the exact same thing, which is interesting because a lot of games are doing that, the AI and everything, and like even on his bike there was the fuel and the water gauge, it was in percent though this time rather than just a kind of a dial. So look at this stealth kill, so that's fascinating. And then he just runs and jumps and kills this guy. It's interesting just the differences and how they're able to do it. Just because the alternate gameplay, like you can play it probably many different ways, and he's cutting the rope, and I don't know what you do that. I cut some parts of it out. Sorry guys, there's also a couple of these guys talking through it, just because I wasn't able to get a pure version of it. I think when they were showing this, they showed it with these guys kind of cut in between it. They were talking about it, so we didn't get to see a pure crystal clean version of the snow gameplay, but I tried to cut it as best as I could, to make it most effective. Now, obviously, this is the same situation, but you see, there was a couple of them alive that he just wiped out. Now, in the alternate version, there wasn't. The original version, there wasn't that thing. Now, obviously, with the snow and everything, it's quite interesting. I don't know if it's in a different season or if there are seasons. It's almost like GTA, where the timing's different, but I guess in this context, there's different seasons as well, which is interesting. Now, as we see, he does. Oh, excuse me. I'm so tired.
Yeah.
Right. You know, one thing that stands out to me about
Now,
Days Gone, you know,
he does
amongst
do the bear
other
trap
undead
thing,
games out there is that
from what I
you get
remember,
so many zombies on the screen
from what
in
I've
this game.
witnessed.
Freakers, on
However,
the screen,
he
and
doesn't
once-
run off.
So can you tell us a little bit about how you guys went about making that happen and just getting so many freakers on the screen at one time? Was
You
that
know, and the
something
guy
that
obviously is
you guys-
freaking out.
Absolutely. So
And look,
we have a really,
he
really
runs
talented team.
behind
Some of
the
our
camp,
engineers and artists and designers
and
and
they
auditors
shoot
and
him
everything, but
dead
I think
just
we
because
have
he's
one
making too
engineer-
much sound.
One engineer that's literally been. I've been at Sony Ben for 20 years. Chris has been there like 26 years.
Wow.
And this other engineer has been there like 23 years or something.
And he sets them on fire, and then just hacks the other one to death with an axe, it looks like. But,
300 active on screen at once.
Wow.
And the overall horde for the sawmill, we were managing something like, how many did you say it was?
Killed 1,000.
It was 1,000 freakers.
Yeah.
Whoa.
And then 300 more showed up at the end too. So.
Yeah, so it's pretty impressive.
so then, like, he goes back up to the main place where he was, in the original.
And if they catch up to you, they will knock you from your bike. So it's another example.
Oh no, he's not. Yeah, no, he's gone somewhere different. But look, there's a freaker or whatever they're calling them. And look, it shows you the weapon HUD, which is pretty cool. And I think he has a crossbolt, and he uses that to shoot the thing that's tethering the freaker to the tree, and so it attacks that human. And when the human's dead, he then kills the freaker. Look at that. It's fascinating.
They want to ambush a player, and they themselves are doing anything it takes for them to survive. It's just because we're kind of breaking what I call the design rules, the conventional design rules, and that you don't do that to players. You don't knock them off their bike. You let them.
And there he is. Look, he's sniping the guys out of. I don't know if that's the end, kind of. Where the guys. And look, they look pretty kitted out. Like, they've got, like, laser sights and probably night vision and everything. Like, I don't know exactly what base this is or what he's doing here. It's difficult to see, like, and to tell,
Because that's not something we had really seen. And, I think the guys are really pulling it off. I mean, I think the characters look amazing. I think the environments look amazing.
Oh, okay, it's the same base. His friend's up top. And then, the whole bear situation comes out of it.
The world of Days Gone got to where it is. The origin story.
I don't know if it's going to be released this year. Like, I've been hearing the end of December, like almost basically like the 31st of December. So I don't know. Like, they're not coming. They're not talking about it. But I think it was leaked accidentally. So like, it will just have to wait and see to see what happens. But so I think, guys, it's coming to the end. I just want to say that Days Gone, it looks fantastic. I'm going to get it, that's for sure, whenever it does come out. Yeah, I don't think there's going to be any more E3 trailers or updates. Like, I tried to upload others, but they're blocked, so just have to see how it goes. Alright, guys, well, have a good one. Take care.